Today, we're learning how to do the snap change. There's already hundreds of snap change tutorials on YouTube. Why do we even need another one? Even myself, I learned the snap change from a YouTube video 16 years ago. It was shot on a webcam at 360p or something. My goal for this video is so that it is one of the most comprehensive tutorials for the snap change on YouTube. Quite ambitious, I know. But in this video, we're not only going to go through the basics, we're also going to explore a bunch of variation ideas, and I will also teach you my advanced version where I can do the snap change and show the backside of the card using only one hand. And if that wasn't enough, let's even see if AI can teach us the snap change. You're a pro magician. Teach us how to perform the snap change. Snap change is a classic sleight of hand that allows you to change one card to another in a quick and visual manner. Here's how to perform it. Not bad. Start with the card you want to change in your right hand. Hold it between your thumb and finger so that the faces of the cards are perpendicular to the floor. Perpendicular. That's this. Yeah, okay. Hold the card you want to change to in your left hand with its face towards your palm. 3. Bring your hands together, and as you do, use your left hand to push the card you want to change up against the card in your hand. Huh? Just as the cards make contact, use your right hand to push the original card forward with your thumb, while simultaneously pulling the new card back with your fingers. This will create a snapping sound and motion. As you snap the cards, turn your right hand palm down and use your left hand to take the original card from the back of your right hand. It's asking me to do this. Snap it and then take the original card back. Immediately turn your right palm up, revealing the new card. Practice is essential to make the move look smooth and effortless. This is not the snap change I learned. So we can definitely say that AI is not quite there yet when it comes to magic. If you want to learn how to do a proper snap change like this, grab yourself a deck of cards, and also don't forget to hit like, it really helps the channel. In order to do the snap change, you need 2 cards, the card that you want to present and the card that you want to change to. The choice of these cards can be random, or it can be up to you if you want to change a card into an ace, for example. Now, one thing you want to avoid is to have 2 cards of the same color, like let's say 2 black kings. If you were to do this, it doesn't really look like they change colors. So definitely opt for something that has more contrast. So in this case, we have a 10 of diamonds and a king of spades. All right, so we're going to change it up from this perspective. You have the 2 cards, 2 contrasty cards. So you're going to align these cards like this because you want it to look like it's a single card. As for the finger positionings, you're going to hold almost like a finger gun like this. So you're going to have the 2 fingers like this, and they will be aligning near the bottom of the card. So not on top, more the bottom. So if you hold it like this, your thumb will be right on top, right there. So you see bottom right corner. What's going to happen is that you're going to do a snapping motion, just like the name of the trick, the card change, the snap change, because you're snapping right here. So now I'm going to slowly do it, but if you snap, your middle finger will pull the first card because there is some friction with the middle finger. It will pull the card back, and then it will leave your first finger and your thumb to hold the card right here. So what's going to happen is that the card in front will quickly move to the back like this. So once again, cards align, finger positioning like this, and then boom, you pull it back and it looks like this. Very cool. Boom. Now what you want to be careful about is the angle, because if you slightly tilt, you're going to see this card here, or if you tilt too high up, you're going to see this card here. The best, I guess the general rule is you want to keep the main card perpendicular to the floor, meaning that if the floor is like this, the card is like this. If you bend too much, then we're going to flash the card, the card behind. So like this, you hold it in position, pull it back, it changed. If you're a little bit too much like this, it's gonna flash the bottom card here. And that's really the main mechanics of the snap change. All you really need to do is to hold it like this and snap it back. Now, in many cases where you first start to learn something, we tend to have a very firm grip on what we do. You don't need that very firm grip. In fact, you want it to hold it slightly lighter so that it allows you to move faster, so that the snap can be fast. Because if it's too hard, you're going to ruin your cards, you're going to damage your cards, you're going to bend them, and the cards won't align anymore. So you want a relatively light grip, and then it's going to allow you to move faster. So now that you have the main mechanics of the snap change down, let's see how you can apply it to a performance, or how you can add some flair to the basic snap change. You can also flick the card as you do the snap change like this. That looks nice. Giving a shake could also work. I mean, you just got to make sure that you don't flash right here. Now, believe it or not, you can actually do this in person. And one of my favorite variations I do in person is this one right here, where I can actually clean up. Naturally, when you're performing, you're holding a deck of cards. So when you hold it like this, the back will be aligned like this for you to grab it and clean up afterwards. So we're gonna get a closer look here. Put it in your snap change position, and then I like to do the flick. So as you flick, it snaps as you spin the card around. So do like this and like that. So I'll do it again. I'm going to hold it like this, do the snap change, steal the card, and then show it like this. So from here, it looks like this. Hands are empty. Another very subtle variation is you hold the card like this and boom, changes. And from the beginning and the end, you are only holding it with one finger. So if that little detail matters and you're fast enough, you can do it like this, so it looks like you have one finger from the beginning till the end. And you don't have to be limited with cards. As long as you have something that is smaller than your first playing card, you can change it into, here, a coin. Did I flash? I hope I didn't. But in this, if you want to do the change with a coin, instead of holding it down here, the card kind of peeks out like that. So I bring it to the top like this after the change. This is a good scenario where you want the card to be in Tenkai. So now you can have a card that turns into a coin. Look at this, card 2, SD card. Another fun variation is to turn one card into multiple, such as breaking out a 3 to turn into an ace and a 2. For this, as you guess, you need 3 cards, 3 at the very front, and you just do a standard snap change. And at the very end, if you need to, you can just push these cards a little bit like this so that you can see the numbers immediately. Fairly simple, but very cool. For the pros out there, this might be the bit that you've been waiting for, because this is quite difficult. Even myself, I don't get it every single time. It is quite knacky, and it's a fun thing to do on social media, but don't expect this to work in person. So at first, looks like a basic snap change, but I can immediately show the back. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. All right, so for this unnecessarily knacky snap change, what you're going to do is you'll hold it just like the standard snap change with the grip at the very bottom right. After you do the snap change, the first finger will bring the card right under the top card here. And what's gonna happen is that your thumb will also push so that these 2 cards align. And funny enough, as you do that, you also wanna keep this card parallel to the floor. So if the floor is like this, the card's like that. So that way you don't flash the back card here. So you want to do the snap change, bring this card back, and at the same time you're going to try to align these 2. What helps is that when you bring it back here, you have the contact of the middle finger and the grip of your thumb and first finger. So I'll do it like this. I'm gonna bring them back like this, and you can kind of like squeeze them together so that they align, which is really damn hard, not gonna lie. I'm not saying that this is easy to do. Just gonna have to align these like that. And then once they're aligned, your middle finger is going to be here. Your thumb is on the edge of the card, your first finger right here, and you're going to bring it up like that. So, whew, I'm getting tired teaching this. So again, boom. And now it aligns, middle finger grabs it. And what really helps is the thumb here and the middle finger here. As long as the thumb is in contact, you know that the cards here must be square for the thumb to be in contact. And here, you also feel it right here. So if you add pressure on these two sides together, it should be square. So we'll do it again, boom. And then, aha, now you can show both sides. Whew, we just went from super easy to extremely hard, but no matter the difficulty, don't forget to practice. Super important. That's how you do well. If you made it all the way here, don't forget to leave a comment with the word snap, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But in the meantime, watch my other tutorials. There's plenty.